Being born into a struggling or poor family can shape your starting point, but it should never define your ending. It's not a life sentence, and it's also not a permission slip to stay stuck. While it may explain several delays, limitations, or even obstacles, it should never become a reason why you stopped pushing forward. The reality is this: growing up with little teaches you things money cannot actually buy. You learn resilience, you understand sacrifice, you become familiar with discomfort, and over time, you build the ability to endure. These are not actually weaknesses, but these are tools to be used. The problem is not poverty itself. The problem is not poverty itself, but the mindset that sometimes grow around it. Limiting yourself is actually more dangerous. So at the same time, we cannot pretend it's actually easy. Starting from a place of struggle actually means you have fewer connections, fewer opportunities, and sometimes less guidance. You might have to figure out things on your own with the help of nobody. And during that period, others are already being guided. You may need to work twice as hard in order to be seen, and even harder in some cases in order to be taken seriously. So that's not actually fair, but it's real. It's a real life situation. And because it's real, your response has to be intentional. You don't actually win by ignoring situations. You win by understanding it and choosing not to limit yourself. Complaining might feel justified, but it really changes outcomes. Hard work in this context is not just about physical efforts. It's not just about our physical efforts. It's about developing your mind, building skills, creating value, and making smart decisions consistently. It's about saying no to distractions that keep you in the same place and yes to habits that move you to a different level. It's about patience because progress from a low starting point is often very slow, and most at times quitting becomes very tempting. It's always important to know that success doesn't always come as one big breakthrough. Sometimes it shows up as small wins, learning a new skill, making better decisions, improving your circle, thinking differently than you used to. Those small wins, those little wins compound over time. And before you realize it, your life gradually starts shifting. Being born into a poor family is not something you choose, but the effort you put into your growth is something you can control. So don't use that excuse that because I am from a poor family, I can never make it. No, you can actually make it. You can actually make it big. Such situations come to remind you or come to give you more reasons why you have to grow, why you can't afford to be complacent. Where you come from is actually your starting point, and what you do from there is where your story starts.